Podcast.
I've got something in front of me. You could argue that it belongs in the Hall of Shame. I used to do this on my blog, the Hall of Shame, when something is really bad, you wanted to bring attention to it, not to shame people necessarily, but to let people know you don't have to put up with this or don't do this. I'm going to talk about it. This is Big Podcast Playbook. Grow your podcast, build your audience. My name is David Hooper. You can find me at bigpodcast.com. Let's get into it. Something somebody told me a long time ago when I was doing more music business work. He said that getting bad demos, bad pitches, that's part of being in the music industry. Meaning that if you were looking for a new artist, or if you're looking for somebody to fill an office job even, if you're really going to go deep and you're getting the word out about what you're doing to where people know about it and they know to send you a demo or send you a resume, you are going to get a lot of stuff that just doesn't match what you're looking for. And I'm in this situation right now. It is Men's Health Month. I'm putting together some episodes involving men's health, and I've been going out looking for specific guests to talk about this. When you do that, PR people, publicists, they come out of the woodwork. They've got their client, and they're going to try to make it fit whatever it is that you're looking for. It's like water. You've got this container. They've got this thing, and they think they can squeeze whatever they've got into that container. But unlike water, it doesn't fit as well. So let's look at this. Again, we're talking about Men's Health Month. What I'm looking for is something that would be of interest to men or helpful to men. And I'm talking about maybe you're losing your hair or ED or low T or prostate stuff, whatever you would talk about when it comes to men's health. And this is what I'm getting. This first one, this is a long one. Hi, David. I'd love to connect you with... She's a CFE, CSA, Chief Executive Officer, and President of for your Men's Health Month segment. She's a nationally recognized franchise executive. You see where this is going. A franchise executive, what? She's got 30 plus years of experience and leads one of the nation's most trusted in-home care brands, which supports 390 franchisees across 1,500 communities in 40 states and Canada. She's a franchise person, but she speaks candidly and practically about the realities aging men face, things like resisting care, battling isolation. Okay, that's good. Navigating heart health, chronic conditions, and the emotional weight that falls on families when men won't ask for help. All that stuff is good, but I'm missing the connection of she's a recognized franchise executive. She wants to talk about why men resist in-home care until it's too late, the male isolation epidemic, the looming caregiver gap, aging in place as a health and independence strategy, and also breaking the stigma of asking for help. It's funny she mentioned those things because those are the things that I'm looking for. This lady went through my pitch and says, oh yeah, I can talk about that. You might have done that. Maybe you're applying for a job. Oh yeah, I can do that. A date. You see somebody on Tinder, Bumble, Match.com, the bar. Oh, I love French. Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, I speak French. Whatever somebody wants, you're there to do it. She's a certified franchise executive and certified senior advisor. She's a respected and influential voice in franchising. She speaks nationally on leadership, innovation, women in franchising, and purpose-driven growth. None of that stuff has to do with what I'm talking about. I'm talking about men's health. The only thing this lady did in her pitch is she took the 5 things that I'm looking for, and she did put them in bullet points, but her bio, everything else, it's the same. All right, so that's going. Let me tell you why I'm bringing this up. New podcasters especially, but it could be an experienced podcaster, an experienced radio host. You've got a show that you've got to do. You got a specific episode that you've got to do. If you're like me, and this is for a daily show that I'm working on, you may wake up at 6 a.m., as I did the other day. You're going on the air at 11 and you've got a slot at 11:30 that you need to fill. You might say, get the franchisee lady. I need a warm body in there. There are plenty of people that are willing to come in and hijack your space, your relationship, your time, to do whatever they're doing. And she's giving hints of it right there. Resist the urge to do that. She's a franchise executive. Yeah, they had a couple bullet points. And, well, maybe it's a stretch. We could talk about that. It's like me saying, yeah, I'm a dude and I've got certain plumbing. Yeah, I could be a urologist. Sure. Yeah, I can talk about urology. No. But that's what these guys are doing. I'll wear glasses. Yeah, I can talk about ophthalmology. Sure. No. Let me give you another one here. This is another example for the same thing that I'm looking for, the men's health segment. And this lady says, June is a perfect time to hear from someone who spent 25 years in the trenches of health and wellness. Not just talking about it, but building systems to make it more honest. What does that even mean? Oliver is the CEO, there's that word again, CEO, and the founder of a supplement company that pioneered third-party batch testing across its entire product line. Again, what does that mean? But his background goes well beyond supplements. He's a former personal trainer, one of the first CrossFit gym operators in Europe. Okay, maybe that's okay. We could go into something like that, but the bottom line is he's a supplement company founder. So you know what he's going to come in and do. There's that saying, when all you got is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. You've got this one thing that you do. He's coming in leading with this. I'm a founder of a supplement company, or his publicist is saying that. You know what he's going to do. And let me tell you about the bullet points that he mentioned. Why men ignore preventative health, nutritional misinformation in the supplement space, the case for creatine beyond the gym. You know that's going to be a topic no matter what I ask. Let me tell you about creatine. No. Shifting from lifespan to health span, whatever that means. Hidden contaminants in wellness products. Well, that goes back to him. He's setting himself up to be the only guy that can talk about this stuff. He's available for remote interviews throughout June. Happy to provide additional background or schedule directly. Not interested. The reason I bring these to this episode is that it is so common in the pills, potions, and lotions business, which is what supplements are, something that's consumable, it comes in a bottle, some kind of package, and you eat it, you spray it, you rub it all over yourself. And you've got to buy it again and again and again and again. There's monthly subscriptions. It doesn't cost much to make. There's a high markup. They're going direct with people. They hire publicists to get the word out. It only takes a few people to say yes for them to get people on and bill them until they die. And they will stretch a topic, making whatever you're talking about to where it comes around to supplements. I've had it happen on entrepreneur shows that I've worked on. Oh, you got these entrepreneurs? Yeah, you got to think quickly on your feet when you're an entrepreneur. Well, you can do that through supplementation. Nicotine is going to help you think quicker, smarter, faster. So is caffeine. We've got this Nica caffeine supplement. You're going to want to check this out. It's only $29.95 a month. That's exactly how this is going to go. Let's look at one more. My name is Mickey. I'm an independent publicist who represents 2 experts in the mental health field. Please see below. He's the founder of that's a registered trademark. He's focused on mentoring as a solution provider. What does that mean? He's an international certified mentor and holds 2 mentor certifications. Certificate of Practice, Mentor, and the Certificate of Practice, Journey Mentor from an international mentoring community. All right. Yeah, I'm in, man. That is like saying that, yeah, I do podcasting and I'm a certified podcasting mentor from the Association of Mentor Podcasters. He's the only one to hold the Certificate of Practice Journey Mentor in the world today. Oh, of course he is, because you made that up. He's got 30 years of mentoring and leadership experience. Again, I don't know what this means, mentoring and leadership. He's recognized as a thought leader in the mentoring space. She keeps going back to these 3 words, saying them in different ways. It's like Taco Bell. You got beans, you got rice, you got cheese, you got lettuce. You want to put it on a tortilla, you want to put it on a hard shell, you want to wrap it up in a burrito. It's still the same thing. They just call it something different. That doesn't mean it is different. It's the same thing wrapped up in a different way. But you know what? This guy has a book. He's an author. He's got of mentoring and a second book. That second one on Amazon, it was a #1 bestseller in North America and the UK. I bet if I went to it, it's got 5 reviews. It is ranked in the millions as far as sales ranking, and it hasn't sold more than 300 copies. That is my guess. It's pretty easy in the middle of the night in Chunky, Mississippi to be the #1 book. Anybody can do it with about 3 sales. He's a bronze medal recipient of the Golden Book Awards. Man, this guy's got a lot of awards. I bet if you put him on Zoom on a video call, he'd have all sorts of plaques behind him. Your audience doesn't care. What your audience cares about is this is information that is going to help them. This is information that is going to entertain them. I don't know who these guys think they're fooling. Maybe this is working. And I say this because, as I mentioned at the very beginning of this episode, if you are in this business of looking for guests, you are going to get these types of pitches. Do not engage with these people. They are going to waste your time. They are going to keep you from getting the good pitch, the good person that you actually want to talk to. Maybe not forever, but they're going to delay you getting that person. And when you wake up just a few hours before you've got to go on the air or get an episode out, and you've got to get somebody for that episode today, you don't have time to get involved with a conversation about some guy who's the head of mentoring and also the president of mentoring and also the mentor to mentors and also the king of Mentoring Inc. To take it back to my music business days, I remember getting a press kit, and you'd sometimes see these in like a manila folder or a 2-pocket folder. These guys had given me copies of every single press item they had ever gotten, I'm assuming. I mean, it was like dozens and dozens of pages. This thing must have cost a fortune for them to mail to me. Things like, they've opened up for Loverboy at the State Fair, and Small Town Band Makes Good. This is a local feature, a town of maybe 10,000 people. Hey, they got an album out. You might want to come see him at Jacob's Bar. They're playing this Friday to release it. That stuff is good, but it's not important when it comes to you doing a segment. The only thing that is important is, does it entertain your audience? Or does it answer the question and inform them, in this case, men's health? You're going to have a lot of people pitching you. That's the point, either directly or through a publicist. They are going to go deep, deep, deep into trying to connect whatever you've got. They do not care about your audience. They care about getting placement for their client. If you say yes, they will come back to you pitching other clients. You are now on the easy get. Maybe we'll even call it a sucker list. They know they can count on you to give placement to whatever thing that they can't place anywhere else. It does not make you special. They are not going to give you favors in the future. Now, maybe in the future, if a publicist comes to you, you've got an established relationship with them, and they say, hey, listen, I've got this guy. I'm really having a hard time placing him. Here's a pitch that I think would actually work for your podcast, your radio show. They know what it is that you do. You've got this, again, established relationship with them. Would you mind doing me a solid, doing something with them? Maybe not a full interview even, maybe a small segment, just ask them a couple questions. Hey, here's an emerging artist, an emerging screenwriter, an emerging whatever, something you need to be aware about. Just give me a bone here. I can't place him anywhere else. I appreciate that. I like the publicists where I have that kind of relationship with. And sometimes I'll do the same thing. I'll say, hey, listen, I got this thing at 11:30. It's 6 a.m. I can't find anybody. Do you have anybody that possibly might work from me? That's a publicist, host, producer relationship the way it should work, where you're getting something that works for you. You're getting something that works for them. Sometimes it's not a perfect match, but most of the time, and I would say all of the time, unless you've got an established relationship and you're doing a favor for somebody else, knowing that they're going to come back to you with better and better and better matches, that is how that should work. I can't fault somebody for trying to do the job that they were hired to do. I can't fault a criminal for stealing. That's your job. Why don't these guys go out and get a job? They put that much energy into going out and getting a real job. They could do so much better. Well, yeah, maybe. Who are you, the therapist? Let me get you on the men's health segment. Their job is a criminal. You can't fault a criminal for being a criminal, and you cannot fault a publicist or a PR person for trying to pitch their people, even if it's not a great guest. But that doesn't mean you have to take it. That's not your responsibility, man. Your responsibility is to your audience. Your responsibility is to create a great show. So if you get these, don't feel obligated that you've got to do something with these people. Unless you've got some kind of established relationship with somebody, you want to do a favor for them, and I'm talking about a publicist or a PR person, I wouldn't put anybody in front of your audience unless it's a perfect match. An imperfect match? Yeah, maybe. Let's take a punt here. Sometimes you're going to find that you do take a punt and it ends up being great because you're a skilled interviewer and you can make it about men's health. I was joking around earlier about being a guy. Yeah, I can talk about urology, sure. I'm qualified, right? Sometimes just being a guy for a men's health segment, that would work. And if you're a skilled interviewer, you can make that work. But it doesn't mean you need to take these people. So that's my thought on that. But even if you do take that punt, do an interview like that, it doesn't mean you've got to release it. That's another thing that happens all the time with new podcasters. You can almost tell when a guest is new or a publicist is new when they start hounding you. When are you going to release it? When are you going to release it? When are you going to release it? Hey, man, have you gotten that thing out yet? They're not reading the room. Hey, it wasn't that good. Don't please these guys at the expense of your audience. That's my thought. If you want more of my thoughts, this is how to do it. You can subscribe to this podcast. It is called Big Podcast Playbook. You will find a way to subscribe. Actually, 3 ways. One for iPhone, one for Android, one is an old-fashioned RSS feed. So however you get your podcasts, I got it for you at bigpodcast.com/subscribe. Kids these days, they call it follow. Regardless, the URL is the same, bigpodcast.com/subscribe. iPhone, 1 click. Android, 1 click. An RSS feed, 1 click. You'll be subscribed. You will never miss an episode. You can unsubscribe anytime. Go do your thing. I'm not offended. We'll still be friends. I'm not for everybody. You're not for everybody. And these pitches, certainly not for everybody. You should turn down more pitches than you accept. That's my action step for you. Turn down a pitch. You're not getting pitches. You're not out there like you should be. Go back and listen to the archive. Again, you can get it at the subscription page. That is bigpodcast.com/subscribe. Go there right now before you forget. And I'll see you on the next episode of Big Podcast Playbook.